Welcome to the Marin Virtual College Fair. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. And now I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter from Illinois Wesleyan University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nikki Klebeck. I'm the Assistant Director for Regional Admissions with Illinois Wesleyan University. We are a small liberal arts school that is just about 2 hours south of Chicago. And at Wesleyan, we like to ask, who will you be? For us, our goal at Illinois Wesleyan is to kind of break through the norm of a college experience. And we love when students pursue all of their passions. Now, we are part of that breakthrough idea is also that, yes, we are a small school, but we are actually located in a big college town. So at Illinois Wesleyan, we're just about 1,600 students on campus. But we are about 2 miles away from Illinois State University. So our students really get the best of both worlds at our school, where they get that wonderful mentorship on campus and the small class sizes and just a fantastic, wonderful family type community at our school. But you get access to everything you would want in a big college town because we're so close to Illinois State. So it's a really wonderful place to go. And it's actually ranked one of the best small college towns in the country. Now, another kind of breakthrough idea at Illinois Wesleyan is a part of our academics, where, as I mentioned, we love when our students pursue all of their passions. We love when they're interdisciplinary and when they bridge the gap between different fields of study. So we are very well known for the sciences. We have a great, fantastic School of Nursing at Illinois Wesleyan, but we're also incredibly well known for the fine arts and then have a huge College of Liberal Arts with a business program as well. And I'll delve a little bit deeper into that. So yes, we are traditionally a liberal arts school. We love the humanities. If you are an environmental studies student, sociology, criminal justice, if you love political science or history, this is definitely the place for that. We actually offer a free and paid internship to a country in Asia if students are interested in that, and actually anyone can do that. But as I did mention, that we're also very well known for the sciences. We have one of the only dog behavior labs in the country. And oddly enough, students actually can pursue engineering pathways at Illinois Wesleyan. One of our faculty even studies reactions in outer space in her astrochemistry lab. So it's a pretty neat place for that. We are ranked 7th in the nation for musical theater and 11th in the nation for design and tech. And then actually the biggest major on campus is business. So once again, kind of a breakthrough idea for being a liberal arts school. And we do have 100% job placement rate in accounting. So some really neat options there for our students. It's a pretty unique place. Now at Illinois Wesleyan, all students have the opportunity to do research, which might sound, once again, interesting for a small school and not something that you'd expect, but most of our students are doing their own, most of our faculty are doing their own independent research, and they need our students to do that so they can actually present that at a research conference on campus. We are really love that hands-on learning environment and getting our students out of the classroom and into the community. And then that flexibility within our disciplines allows our students to double major, even if it's in history and music, or if they're on the pre-med track, they can actually also do poli-sci, for example. It really is, it's an amazing place for students to pursue all of their passions. Now, on top of that, how do we support all of our students on campus? I think that's incredibly important to talk about. And that starts from the beginning all the way through their college experience. We have a pre-orientation program for students that actually starts talking about the tough topics before they even become students, where we're talking about diversity and having those conversations about marginalized communities on campus before they become students. But we actually support all of our students of color on campus if they want to do a paid internship in the summer. But from an academic side, we have something called Diversity Dialogue Dignity series, the 3D series, where we have various academic speakers come to campus and talk about marginalized communities in different ways. And of course, supporting those students on campus in the different clubs and various activities we have to feel at home, but also once again, bridge the gap and allow our students to have those difficult conversations. Of course, no campus is free of discrimination, and we are a predominantly white institution, but I think that we do a really, really good job of making sure our students feel welcomed here in so many different ways. And kind of continuing with that conversation, we're here to support them. That's the beauty of being a small school. And one of our past presidents, actually, it's continued to be a strong quote on our campus, and something that is said a lot in the classrooms. But we help our students not only do well in their future, but also do good for the world, which is shown. We are actually rated 7th in the nation for job placement for small schools. And so we've seen that our students get that support when they're on campus, and they can have all of the help that they need to actually do well when they leave this community, and have the support systems once they get off campus as well. So it's a pretty neat place for that. So if you want to come visit campus, we are actually open. We are test optional this year, which is really great as well for students who weren't able to take that test this year. So I think that we are even becoming more accessible to students than we were in the past. So thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Fort Lewis College.
All right, hello. My name is Adam Richley, and I'm the Regional Admission Counselor for Fort Lewis College. And first and foremost, wanted to let you know where we are located. So we are in Durango, Colorado, in the southwest corner of the state, right down near the Four Corners area where Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah all meet. What's unique about us, we actually call ourselves the campus in the sky, because we're located up on top of this mesa up here that overlooks the entire town of Durango. As for the town itself, we have about 18,000 people within the city limits. So we definitely are that smaller mountain town vibe, but still have that hustle and bustle because of the tourism for all the whitewater rafting, the hiking, the mountain biking, the skiing and snowboarding, all that kind of outdoor activities. 300 miles of hiking and biking trails from campus. Free city bus service with your Fort Lewis ID. We do have a regional airport that's about 20 minutes from campus. Couple hospitals, urgent care facilities. And one of the fun partnerships we did this year was with our ski resort, Purgatory. So all incoming freshmen actually receive a free season pass to the resort. A little bit now about Fort Lewis. So we are one of the smaller four-year public schools in the state of Colorado. We're sitting about 3,500 students, sitting about 6,800 feet campus elevation. As for our diversity, we're very proud of it. So 47 states represented, 53% students of color, and 173 Native American and Alaska Native villages represented on campus. Average class size, we're sitting about 23 students, and 75% of classes will actually be under 30 students, about a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And that's definitely one thing that our faculty push, is that personalized attention and that one-on-one relationship to, be an advocate, be someone that's going to hold you accountable. And 100% of classes are taught by faculty members rather than grad students or teacher assistants. Here's our different areas of study: 56 majors, 46 minors, and 6 certificates. Some of our signature programs include business administration, our health sciences, communication, physics and engineering, and our place-based programs are anthropology, biology, and geology. The FLC difference, so experiential learning, whether it's the natural or social sciences, business, or education. At FLC, our hands-on experiential learning approach to your academics brings the classroom to life, and lots of opportunity to get involved from either internships, field studies like this student here who's part of our anthropology program that was out in Disappointment Valley, mapping out a grid system, to study abroad, to lots of opportunity for undergraduate research and public performance. We're all going to say it, but definitely getting involved is huge, especially coming in when there's lots of unknowns your freshman year. So get involved with the club. So for us, 60 plus clubs on campus, 50 plus events on campus. We are Division II in athletics, so 14 Division II varsity sports on campus. We're part of the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, 16 club sports, and along with 22 intramural sports. As for scholarship opportunities, we did go test optional as well. So once you apply, you just need to send in a high school transcript and you potentially could qualify for a merit scholarship, or we are part of the WUI program, the Western Undergraduate Exchange, which comes out to be about a $7,000 scholarship if you have at least a 3.0. Some more ways to save. We are known for our Native American tuition waivers. So if you're a part of a federally recognized tribe or Alaska Village, we just need a certificate of Indian blood or tribal enrollment card, and you can qualify for free tuition. As for visiting campus, we would love to have you. We are fully open. We have daily campus tours going on. We have some open houses that are happening, and we also have some virtual sessions, either a campus tour, or we have our one-on-one opportunities if you would like to talk with your counselor. Just visit our Visit Campus website. Like I said, we'd love to connect with you. Here's my contact information, and if you would like to apply for us, you just need to go to our main website, fortlewis.edu, and here's your app fee waiver code, FLC apply, all capitals, and it'll waive your application fee for you. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from Indiana University Bloomington.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Dexter Turner, and I am the Senior Assistant Director of Admissions for Indiana University Bloomington. At IU, we want every student to know that it's a place that we want you to call home and an opportunity for you to build a new family. And that's something that we're always excited about. So we have 33,000 undergraduate students with representation from all 50 states and 140 different countries. So this is something that we really do love because you're getting to meet anyone and everyone from all over the country and the world. Even though we are a large university, we still believe in that personal approach and that individualization. So our average class size is 30, with our student to faculty ratio being 16:1. And actually fewer than 6% of all of our classes are in that auditorium or lecture style setting. So you will actually get to know your professors because they want to get to know you as well. And that's something that we find very valuable for our education. Now, even though we have so many students, we want to still make sure that we're providing opportunities for everyone. So we have 12 different schools that you get to choose from. And it's great because as you're going through this process, you get to explore and figure out what it is that you're passionate about. Or if you already have that idea, that's great because that means that we're going to help you to really explore and dig deep into what it is that you're looking to do. Among the 12 different schools, there are over 200 different majors for you to choose from. And this is great because you can mix and match whether you want to have a minor or a double minor, you have a double major or even a triple major. But we want to make sure that you figure out what it is that you would like to do, and we're supporting you along the way. Now, as you're going through this process, please know that there's also support from the academic side. So we have academic advising, we have tutoring, and we have peer support for all of our students. We want to make sure that you're comfortable because once again, this is home for you. And speaking of home, we want to make sure that you're really getting that chance to immerse yourself in the community that is IU. So one of the biggest pieces of our college experience on our campus in Bloomington is that you get the opportunity to actually build that family inside of the residence halls. So we have 4 different neighborhoods throughout our campus that have 13 different residence halls for our freshmen. As a freshman, you are required to live on campus. We think this is great because you really get to make an even tighter knit community, which is really exciting. We also have different learning communities throughout our campus, the largest being the Hutton Honors College. And with the Hutton Honors College, you actually do not need to apply for that. By applying to IU in the early action timeframe, you are automatically considered for the Hutton Honors College. Now, we've heard this before and we'll continue to hear this, but one of the best parts about being in college is being able to find that balance and joining different clubs and organizations. With us, we have over 750 different clubs and organizations whether you're joining academic clubs, Greek life, student government. We have intramural sports and club sports. We have cultural clubs. We have art clubs. But the goal is to make sure that you're finding that fun and that balance. And we're seeing that with our students, when you have that balance outside the classroom, you tend to do better in the classroom. So our goal is to make sure that you're finding that balance. And with a lot of our clubs and organizations, it leads to a lot of traditions that we have. One of my favorite traditions is going to be our IU Dance Marathon, which is 36 hours of straight dancing. I don't think I can continue to do that for 36 hours, but something fun to give it a shot. We have Culture Fest, which is great because you can learn about different backgrounds and also share your own background as well. And then another great tradition, which I also love, is going to be going to any of the Big Ten athletics. So with us, we're in the Big Ten conference. It's definitely great because you get all of the school spirit that you would get from most Power 5 conferences. But it's also great because you get to walk around and see everyone wearing the cream and crimson and their pinstripes. And that's just something that is really great because the entire city rallies around who we are. So you really get a chance to just embrace IU as a whole. It's also great because, as I mentioned, IU is really loved by the city of Bloomington, and Bloomington is a wonderful place. I mean, it's not a big metropolitan city, so you're not gonna see any skyscrapers. We're a very residential city and town, so literally everything revolves around the university, which is fantastic. So definitely know that it's a very inclusive environment, but one that loves all the students who attend IU. Now, as we talk about the academics and the different opportunities, we want to make sure that students are aware that we want you to have the experiential learning opportunities as well. So get your hands on what it is that you're learning in the classroom and apply it to the real world. So for us, we are very big fans of the research side of things. So you can do research in any field. We also want students to know that we're going to help you with internships. A lot of these internships are already built into your curriculum, but our goal is to make sure that you are actually able to do some outside of the normal curriculum as well. Plus, we're going to help you network and build your own brand. So we believe that this is very important for all students. Now, as we go through this process and we talk about all the fun things with IU, we want to make sure you're actually able to get in. So when you're applying, there are 3 different routes that you can take. You can take the Apply IU application route and apply on our website. You can apply for the Common App, or you can apply through the application that is the Coalition application. So we have no preference, but we want to make sure that you are actually filling out one of the applications. There are also supplemental materials that we need in order to make sure that you have a complete application. So we'll need your supplemental essay. We will need your official transcript, as well as your SAT or ACT scores if you go with the traditional route. We are also a test optional university from now until the end of time. And our goal is to make sure that we're helping you out. So make sure that you're following all of those steps. Also, I encourage every student to fill out their application and submit all materials by November 1st, because this will be important for us to actually allow you to hear back from us by January 15th at the absolute latest. You make yourself eligible for the maximum amount of scholarships, and you also have the ability to get direct admission into one of the 12 schools. But I want to thank you all for joining me today. And here's my contact information. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Go Hoosiers.
Thank you. Next, we'll be hearing from DePaul University.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Annie Mills, and I represent DePaul University for students on the West Coast, and I am based in San Diego. DePaul is a private Catholic institution in the heart of Chicago, Illinois, with an undergraduate population of 14,500 students, making us one of the 13 largest private schools in the US. While we have big school resources and the 3rd largest city in the US, your academic experience at DePaul will be really personal by design. Our average class size is 22, and 90% of our classes have fewer than 40 students. Our student body at DePaul is very diverse and reflects the diversity of our global community. 40% of our students come to DePaul from out of state, and I'm proud to say that California leads the way after Illinois. 44% of our freshmen are students of color, and 35% of our freshmen are the first in their family to earn a college degree. While we are a Catholic school, the DePaul experience really is as Catholic as you make it. We have students from over 40 different faith and non-faith backgrounds on campus. As you might have guessed, we're named for St. Vincent de Paul, who dedicated his life to ending cycles of poverty and social injustice. And we really aim to keep that Vincentian tradition alive. We prepare all of our students to think and act with others in mind, using their higher education as a means to engage cultural, social, religious, and ethical values in service to others. DePaul students split their time between two campuses in the city of Chicago. Our Lincoln Park campus, which we call our urban neighborhood campus, has a traditional feel with a quad, 11 residence halls, a student center, and a big library. It's where you would be most likely to see a student going to class in yoga pants and a DePaul hoodie. A 15-minute ride away on public transportation is our campus in Chicago's financial district called our Loop campus. Here, students take elevators to class instead of walking across the quad, and you would be much more likely to see a student going to class in a blazer, maybe coming straight from an internship, job shadowing, or informational interview in the city. Almost all of our students take classes on both of our campuses. Academically, our students pick from over 300 options. Some of our most popular programs are housed in our College of Business and our conservatory-style programs in theater and music. Our science and health-focused degrees are strong, and we have accelerated options for students interested in medical-related professions through a partnership with Rosalind Franklin University, a medical school in Chicago. And then our College of Computing and Digital Media is our fastest growing school and is home to film and television, animation, and game design. Our film and television program is our most popular major as of late, and it's actually what 25% of our California students come in with as a declared major. CineSpace Studios Chicago is a big part of why that program draws so many students. It is the largest film and television production studio outside of the LA area, and we have our own 32,000 square foot professional production facility there. At DePaul CineSpace Studios, our students learn filmmaking crafts and techniques from highly accomplished faculty and staff on industry standard equipment that's just steps away from high profile network productions that film on the CineSpace Studios lot. Our current students and our alumni have found a lot of opportunities to work on hit television shows and movies, including Fox's Empire, Showtime's Shameless, and of course, NBC Chicago shows, Medfire and PD. If you like a lot of different things, no worries. We are very double major friendly and minor friendly across schools and colleges, and we embrace change. As long as you're in good academic standing, you can change your major at any point in time. To help our students get used to the city, all of our freshmen take the Chicago Quarter Seminar in their first quarter, where they go on site visits and explore Chicago using one of over 100 different topics as a lens. You could take a class all about the Cubs, crime and politics in Chicago, improv in the city, or art and public sculpture. In that last class, you'd go on group excursions to the Art Institute and the Bean, but you would also go off the beaten path and explore murals in Pilsen and get to know how the history of that community impacts the experience of its residents and the art that they produce. The class is such a great way to get to explore new neighborhoods and learn how to use the L and the buses, and then also get acquainted with resources on campus that will help you during your 4 years, like the Writing Center, the Career Center, and our Center for Students with Disabilities. It's also really easy, of course, to explore Chicago after class or on the weekends. Just a few blocks from campus, there are shops, restaurants less than a mile away. You can find the Lincoln Park Zoo or access jogging trails and the beach along Lake Michigan. You can hop on a train and go up to Wrigley Field for a game or down to the Chicago Theater for a show. The same places that our students visit for fun, especially in their freshman year, end up being the places that offer them jobs and internships later on. And of course, our students are incredibly involved on campus, and we have over 400 different clubs and organizations. Students cheer for our NCAA Division I Blue Demons, play club and intramural sports, and participate in outdoor adventure programs. We have political, religious, and academically focused clubs, and about 10% of our students are involved in fraternity and sorority life. In one afternoon, you can attend theater and music productions on campus and then go sample local fare with the Pizza Club. At DePaul, we're also really proud of our outcomes. 6 months after graduation, 91% of our students are employed, continuing their education, or exploring other options. And that's no accident, and it's due in large part to the fact that all of our students are required to do experiential learning in their junior year. That's either an internship, study abroad program, or an intensive community-based service learning project. And also because our Career Center is so active. You can meet with a career advisor one-on-one to practice interview skills, explore a career community if you're undecided, and of course, meet with our alumni. We have been test optional proudly for over 10 years for admission decision, academic merit-based scholarships, and honors programs. Think about how you'd like to highlight your strengths in the application should you apply to DePaul. Thanks for being here. I'd love to chat with you more later, and go Blue Demons.
Thank you. Lastly, we'll be hearing from Iowa State University. I can't hear you at all.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Clark. I'm a regional admission counselor for Iowa State University. I am the admission counselor for Northern California students. I'm based in the Denver, Colorado area, and I cover Colorado and other northern mountain states, as well as the Pacific Northwest. Iowa State University is a large public land grant, tier 1 research institution. We're an AAU member university. We also have Division I athletics, and we're a member of the Big 12 Conference. And we are Iowa's largest and oldest university in the state. Iowa State is located in Ames, Iowa. Ames is approximately 45 minutes north of Des Moines, the capital and largest city in Iowa. And Ames is consistently ranked as a top college town, just thanks to all the different opportunities it provides students, like great restaurants, great coffee shops, a great downtown area, a lot of different outdoor activities in Ames and the surrounding area. And then the close proximity to some major cities like Minneapolis, Chicago, Kansas City, Omaha. These provide a lot of options for students looking for internships and then co-ops and full-time jobs as well. At Iowa State, we have approximately 33,000 students enrolled each year. California is well represented with nearly 200 California students on campus as of this last fall of 2019. We have students from all 50 states and about 115 different nations are represented on campus as well. This naturally makes Iowa State a really diverse place to learn and grow as a student. And one of the many ways students find kind of that home away from home is by joining one of our 900 active student clubs or organizations. We have about 90 different learning communities as well. There's a lot of undergraduate research experiences that students can get involved with, and then a lot of different campus activities happening throughout the academic year as well. With all these opportunities, students can really kind of find that place at maybe a larger university, kind of find that more that smaller feel by getting involved. Iowa State offers 100 different majors housed in 6 different colleges that offer undergraduate degree programs. Our majors are not impacted, and nearly all of our majors, except for the College of Design, are direct admit. We have the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences. This college ranks in the top 4 worldwide and houses 24 different programs like animal science, agricultural systems technology, horticulture. We have our Ivy College of Business. Ivy College of Business has 11 programs from actuarial science to logistics and supply chain management, marketing, MIS, and it's an AACSB accredited business school as well. Then we have our College of Design. This has 9 different undergraduate majors, including landscape architecture, an accredited architecture program, and interior design. All 3 of these programs were ranked in the top 25 by Design Intelligence back in 2019. Our College of Engineering is our largest college on campus in terms of student enrollment, and they have 13 undergraduate degree programs, including cybersecurity engineering, mechanical engineering, and aerospace engineering. And about 70% of engineering students will actually graduate with engineering work experience as well. Then we have our College of Health Sciences. They house 19 different programs, and they vary from event management, which is ranked #1 by schools.com, to athletic training to food science. And then last but not least, we have our College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and this is home to the largest amount of majors. They offer arts and humanities, math and computational sciences, physical and life sciences. They're also home to pre-professional programs like pre-med and pre-law. One stat we're really proud of at Iowa State is 95% of our students are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation, thanks to our colleges offering their own career services offices. Students really get that personalized experience working with professionals that know the industry, know what employers are looking for, and what to maybe include on a resume as well. For automatic admission consideration to Iowa State, we use the Regent Admission Index. This is a unique formula where we will use your GPA, your test score, and then your high school core courses. Students that have an RAI of 245 or above will receive automatic admission to Iowa State. If you have a score below a 245, your application would be reviewed individually. And for fall 2021, we are test optional. So if you don't have a test score or you choose not to report it, we'll review your application individually with an emphasis on those high school core courses and your high school GPA. At Iowa State, we have rolling admissions, and so our application is live. Students can either apply on our institutional application on our website or through the Common App. We have a $40 application fee, and we are a self-report school, so students won't need to send in a high school transcript or test scores at the time they apply. They can, whatever they report on that application, we'll use that to make an admission decision. We also have automatic admission scholarships that students will be considered for just by applying to Iowa State. And this is my contact information. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'd love to connect with you. Thanks, and go Cyclones.
Thank you. So we have a bit of extra time, and I'd just like to invite all of our reps back on and do a round of Q&A. So I'd just like to ask everyone to please share your favorite tradition that takes place on your campus. And we'll just go in the same order that you presented in. And if you already shared your favorite tradition, you can either expand on it or just share another thing that you really like about your campus. And we can start with Illinois Wesleyan University.
Great, thank you. I'd say my favorite tradition on campus is actually a specific location. We have this thing called the hotspot on campus that is this like warm concrete block in the middle of the quad that actually it's located right above one of the hot water pipes that run underground. And so this block is heated all year long, and it's warm enough to lay on it when it's cold outside. So it's really fun to watch the stars at night or hang out with friends in between study sessions. And it was definitely one of my favorite places to go and hang out with friends when I was a student, and definitely still a place that students utilize a lot. So come check out the hotspot if you're ever on campus.
At Fort Lewis College, one of the fun things, just because we're a super outdoorsy school, is that the students kind of pick what they want to do. And we have we call them the Sky Steps, which is 550 steps that go from campus straight down to town. So hiking or running that, or we have our private ski hill that goes from campus down to our ice skating rink. So it's either hiking the Sky Steps or skiing or snowboarding down the ski hill to the ice rink.
At IU Bloomington, I did mention that we have a dance marathon, but I would have to say that in addition to that, one of my favorite traditions is going to be what we call the Little 500. So it's actually the largest bike race in the country for any college or university. And we actually raise money through that for scholarships. So it's kind of like our version of Tour de France, but to raise money for our students.
I briefly mentioned it in my kind of 6-minute overview, but I think the Chicago Quarter class, it's kind of a nerdy version of a tradition, but is really a great way to kind of kick off your academic career and really set kind of your own experience with the city, which I think when you kind of place yourself somewhere, it's really easy to feel tied and have that kind of tradition aspect. But otherwise, our students really do a lot of service as well, and we host 2 Vincentian days of service throughout the year for our students, faculty, staff, and alumni actually as well, go out and of course volunteer and give back in the community. And that's also a great way, right, to see other parts of the city of Chicago and to really give back in a particular and thoughtful way.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts about Iowa State is just the campus in general. Iowa State, the campus, there's this book, The Campus as a Work of Art. It actually proclaimed Iowa State to have one of the 25 most beautiful campuses in the country. But a few places on campus that I think stand out are like the Camp O'Neill, Lake Laverne right outside the Memorial Union, Raymond Gardens, and then Jack Trice Stadium is a great atmosphere for football games, and then Hilton Coliseum with Hilton Magic is pretty amazing as well. So those are some of my favorite parts on campus.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for joining us. When you go to close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this was just one of many sessions being hosted, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other sessions recordings at the same website where you registered. Thank you, everybody. Bye.